A very warm welcome to you, sir. I am G. Sadhunesh. Now I am gonna give short note on functions. Function. Let us see what is function. A program segment that carries out some specific well-defined task. Example: a function to add two numbers. In this program, we will see functions. A function to find the largest n number. In this also, we can use functions. By using functions, we can write code for these programs. Every C program contains main function. Every C program consists one or more functions. In that functions, first one is must be main function. One of these function must be called main function. Execution of the program always begin by carrying out the instructions in main. Means the execution of program will be starts from main function. Here, calling function may pass information to call function as parameters, arguments. We can call them as parameters or arguments. For example, the numbers to add. Let's see the example. Let us see example for calling function. Starting from void main, float, initializing cent, Fahrenheit in centigrades and Fahrenheit. Scanf in for format specifier is %f, and storing in cent, and this function cent into 2 into Fahrenheit of function cent is assigned to Fahrenheit FAHR, and printing printf %fc is equals to %f slash n means next line cent and Fahrenheit, closing that block, and seeing a call function. In call function, same float cent in 2 into Fahrenheit function of float. Here defining a function. Let us see the syntax to define a function. Return value type, function name, parameter list, and open bracket, declaration statements in the block, opening flower braces and declarations and statements, and closing flower braces. It is the syntax for defining a function. Passing parameters. Let us see how to pass parameters in functions. When the function is executed, the value of actual parameters is copied to the formal parameters. Let's see what is actual and formal parameters. For this, let us see the code. Int main double curcum, and here the area 1 is assigned to area of function curcum, and it is one into main. It is one main block, and see what you see in double area block, and your function double R. This curcum, what is the parameters are passed and saved in this double area. Like this, we can pass parameters in functions. Example for function definition. Let us see what is return type, formal parameters, and return type, return values of value returned. Here int gcd function a comma int a comma int b. Here int is a return type, and the parameters int a and int b. Int is nothing but a return data type. It is a data type. And for this function, there is a block open, flower is open. Int temp is initialized while b percentage a not equal to 0. For this condition, we taking a while loop, and for this condition, temp is equals to b percentage a, b is equals to a is equals to temp. Closing flowers, return a value, and this for this block is called a body, and return is a return a means a return value. It is an example of function definition. Now, function not returning any value. Previously, we discussed returning a value. Now, function not returning any value. Example, see a function which prints if a number is divisible by 7 or not. Let us see. Void, for this, see a simple code. Void divide 7 means void is a return type. Means here we not returning any value, so we can use void. Divide is a function name, and int n is a parameter. Return is a type is return type is void. Here we use void for not returning any value. For this, we open a block, and if n percentage 7 equal to 7 equal 0, if in loop n percentage n modular division, we can also call it a modular division 7 equal to 0, printf percentage d is divisible by 7. percent is nothing but 7. 7 is divisible. N means n means any number. The condition is equal to 0. It prints divisible by 7. Else printf percentage is not divisible by n. For this code, no return value. If this return is optional, we can write or no problem. Okay. Here, how the function not returning any value we discussed in this. And let us see a code for calling function and call function, how it be. Here the float sent forward, Celsius from forward. Float is the data type. Scanf and storing and reading and storing. Here percentage left and Amazon of sent. Fahrenheit FAHR is equals to means assigning sent 2 into Fahrenheit sent. The function of sent is assigning to FAHR. Printf percentage F C is equals to percentage FF slash n. I think sent and forward. It is a function where calling function. It is called a calling function. Where is the calling function? It is sent to foreign. It's sent. Here we use this function to assign this function to FAHR. But it for where we have to declare it is we have the definition of here. Here we declare. Here we declare and definition of this call function is called function float sent 2 into foreign of float data. The float is int. Float is float int. These are all called data types of and data means a parameter. In this we done an operation. Float result. I mean result is initialized and result equal to data into 9 by 5 plus 32. And the formula to calculate. And return result is returned. Same code. Here it is left side it is a calling function, and it is right side one is a called function. Parameters are passed like this. Function prototype. Function prototypes are usually written at the beginning of a program. Let us see what is the prototype. Ahead of any function including main. Ahead of the including function include main, with the function prototypes are written before the main function only. Prototypes can specify parameter name or just types more common. Example int GCD of int comma int semicolon void divide 7 into numbers. We just now see the code. Note the semicolon at the end of the line. When these prototypes are used, we must use semicolon after that syntax. Calling a function. When a function is called from some other functions, the corresponding arguments in the function call are called actual arguments or actual parameters. Example void main function. Here void means no return type, and in this block double is a data type initializing x y z. Character op is a character type, is the body of the function. Main function. Z equals to operator is a function name function x comma y comma op. Closing this block. In this function, in right side function double operator is function name. W is a return type. Parameters are double x double y character op. Switch op case place return x plus y plus 0.5. Case not if x greater than y, return x minus y plus 0.5. Return x minus y plus 0.5. Case x, return x into y plus 0.5. Default x, return minus 1. Closing that block. In this former parameters are double x double y character op. Actual parameters are here left side x comma y comma op. For local variables, the calling function and call function. Void main float is the data type. Sent Fahrenheit scan reading and storing. It is this function assigned to FAHR printf printing and sent for this calling function. It is void main is calling function. In right side we are declaring float sent 2 into Fahrenheit of float data. The parameters are data is the parameter, and call function is nothing but a sent to FAHR is a called function. And left side code is calling means void main function is the calling function and call function is the right side one. float result equal to data into 9 by 5 plus 32 return result. Here data is returned, result is returned. Left side parameters are passed and right side in this called function result is returned. In calling function parameters are passed. Compute GCD of two numbers. Int is a return type. Main in main block int a comma b comma temp, initializing a comma b comma temp, and this 3 are is in int type, and taking two values from user. We are seeing in scan function %d comma ampersand of a from user, taking two values, reading two values and storing these two values in a comma b. If a greater than b, temp is equal to a is equal to b is equal to temp. Closing that block, and while b percentile a not equal to 0, temp is equal to b percentile a, b is equal to a is equal to temp. Within the block printf, you write the print statement for this both. The GCD is percentile d. The operation is done in an offset block, comma a, the value of a print. Let's see how this operation is done. Initially, we give a is equal to 12 and b is equal to 45. Iteration 1, first one, temp is equal to 9, b is equal to 12, a is equal to 9. And then in iteration 2, in second iteration, temp is equal to 3, b is equal to 9, a is equal to 3. B percentile a equal to 0, GCD is 3. Here how it is done. Compute of GCD of two numbers. Here it is. Also, now with functions, the same program, compute GCD of two numbers with functions. Here x, y, z, x, y, z are initialized, they are in int type. Scanf %d, comma ampersand of x and ampersand of x means taking two values, x and y values, reading x and y values and storing it on x and y. Z equals to GCD. GCD is a function of x comma y. X comma y are the parameters. Printf GCD of %d and %d is equals to %d session comma x comma y comma z. Here the GCD is defined. The GCD function is defined here. Int, we use int because the return type is int. Int GCD of int a comma int b. The formal parameters means int a comma int b are the formal parameters, and int temp. While b percentile a not equal to 0, temp is equal to b percentile a comma semicolon, b is equal to a semicolon, a is equal to temp semicolon. In this block, we calculated a, and a is returning. A is returning to the main block, and it is called how using functions the GCD is calculated like this. So this is my presentation. Thank you, sir.